Hi, we're live. Good evening, everybody. Uh, Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Let's know who is there. Thank you for another great evening. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be sharing this moment with you. Okay, who is there with us? Okay, let's know if you're there. Yeah, good evening, everybody. It's another edition of the Power Hour, Business Success Power Hour webinar. Today, we are looking at how clarity can make you build momentum for continuous execution and result in the face of challenges. How do you continue to execute in the face of thank you, you're welcome. All right, great God, thank you for coming. Thank you. All right, so who is there tonight? Let's know if you are there. Let's know if you can hear. All right, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, thank you for coming. Just leave a comment if you can hear me. Let's know, let's just express some gratitude. What are you grateful for? Just type it there, whatever you're grateful for. Okay, yeah, thank you. Who is there? Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Just leave a comment. Let's know that you can hear me. Oh, thank you. So today we want to just continue so that we can save our time. We're looking at how clarity can make you build momentum for continuous execution and result, in the face of challenges, right? To create any success, there will be challenges. So how do you overcome them? Last week, we shared that most businesses don't survive. Why? Because of the challenges that is required to survive in business. Most businesses don't survive. Most people, that get into business don't survive. We said after 10 years, only 4% of businesses survive. Okay, and that does not mean that the 4% are profitable. Therefore, if anyone says I'm going to get into business, I'm going to succeed, it's going to take a different level of commitment. Commitment to act even in the face of challenges. And that's what we're going to look at tonight. The level of commitment that we get you taking action, to commit continuously to execution, even when you are feeling fearful, even when you are discouraged, even when you are overwhelmed. How do I continue to take action in spite of, the challenges I'll face? Okay, so we're about to learn, together tonight, how the rich, the successful, and high achiever enter into a virtuous cycle of success. Okay, the continuous cycle of success. They get successful on a regular basis. It's like, they enter into an auto pilot of success, and they keep creating success. On the other way, the other people keep, going from failure to failure. My mentor, Tony Robbins, taught me this, and I paid, millions, of naira, to get, to learn this from a coaching experience from Tony. And that's what I want to share with you today. So I need you to take time. If you are here, I want you to be here 100%. I don't just want you to double in and double out. I want you to be here 100%. So let me know that you are here. Let me know that you are here. Let me know that you are hearing me. So this changed my life and kept me going in face of challenges. And I want to share this with, as many of us, that are here. Okay, so this has a very spiral effect. Positively or negatively, it can affect your life. So let me know whether you can hear me. But before I start, I want to share a story with you. Okay, a story that drive home, what I'm about to share with you tonight. Okay, but before I share the story with you, I want to remind you, if you live in Lagos, you are in Lagos environment, on the 20th of July, in our business incubator program, we're having one of our members of our tribe of mentors. He's coming to share his experience with you. Okay, he's the founder and CEO of Slot System. He wants to share with us how he discovered the slot idea, how they built it, the challenges they face, how they overcame the challenges. Okay, and now they'll be able to create, a business that can run without him. So if you are there, the ad is on my wall. Go to my wall. Make sure you register if you live in Lagos, if you are anywhere around here. So I tell you the story. Okay, now I tell you the story that I talked about. What was it about? I used to be in a leadership position in a religious organization, in a mentorship capacity. One day, a 40-year-old man came to me and sought audience with me. He wanted counseling. and he came to me and he said something that shocked me. He said, I have been trying to resist the temptation of suicide. And I said, why would a young man want to commit suicide? And, I was curious. So what had happened? So he told me his experience. At that time, he was 40 years old. He had a teaching appointment. Okay, and the salary was not enough. Okay, so all the things he attempted to do, he was going from failure to failure to failure. And because of that, his level of self-confidence dropped. He didn't have self-confidence himself. This went on to the point that he wanted to commit suicide. He said he's 40. He can't approach any young lady he approached for marriage. They turn him down. So those results, that he gets keep affecting his confidence level. His morale keep going down. And he keep going from failure to failure until the point that he wanted to take his life. So we said, okay, let's look at it. What are you doing right now? He said he's a teacher. Okay, I will say, okay, can you, attempt to save 30% of your salary, because I recognize that the issue is that he wasn't getting results, and because of that affect his confidence, and he was going, from lack of result to lack of result because of lack of confidence. But after we intervene, I want to call the show a short. After we intervene, okay, the cycle changed. He started moving from result to result, okay, and as I speak today, he's married, he has a house, he has a fleet of buses running from Delta to Lagos. Okay, that's what can change if you change your mindset about what we're about to study here this evening. Okay, so how do I begin the journey of setting up myself to keep executing and don't allow lack of result affect my confidence that will throw me into the circle where I begin to go from failure to failure instead of going from success to success? That's what we're going to look at. How do I continue to take massive action in the face of challenges? How am I able to begin to take massive action and don't allow the initial result I get from starting a business, from starting a new venture, to affect my confidence, to affect my morale? Because the moment my confidence is affected, the moment my morale is affected, okay, I don't have the confidence to take more action, so I go from failure to failure, and it's a vicious cycle. But the other round is possible. Okay, you create result, you have certainty, you move from one result to another, and you begin to go. So that's why the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, the happier get happier, and the unhappy get more unhappy. So this is what causes that. That's what we're going to look at today. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, if you want to go in this journey of, confidence, execution, and result, even in the face of challenges, the first thing you do, you need to have a mission. Okay, we talked about that, a while the last time we met. You need to have a mission. Your mission must be clear, and it must be something that is within your core. It is something that, that agree, with your whole essence. What some people usually call your calling. It has to be, something within your core. Your mission is your why. Why are you doing it? Why are you in business? Why are you making that effort? Why are you pursuing that career? I tell you the truth, okay? If your why is not strong enough, you're going to be discouraged. So the first thing you need is a mission. Okay, why am I making this move? Why am I staying back at my current job? Your why. So your mission is your why. And your why needs to be very strong. Your why needs to connect, to your core. Jimeron said, Jimeron is someone that I've followed for a while. If you have enough why to do something, you will figure out how to do it. If you agree with the why, if the why means so much to you, if it's so important to you, okay, you will find a way to do it. It doesn't matter the challenges you face. If your mission is just to make money, it is not enough. I take that again. If your mission is just about making money, it is not enough. Making money is not enough why, okay, to be able to overcome challenges and take consistent action, okay, when you face challenge. Again, I repeat, if you have to succeed, you have to get something that is within your core. your core being. Why are you alive? Why are you living? It has to be something that resonates with your calling. If you can identify clearly why you are in business, why you are taking that action, and that why that means, a whole life to you, that will get you to take action even in the midst of tough times. If you get a why, okay, that is about your life, is about the why you are living. I give you an example, okay? If it means so much about your life, you will take the action. If it's something that, you must achieve in life. But if it is not something that is so important to you, what happens? When the challenge comes, okay? So the reason why you are in business, the reason why you want to succeed, the reason why you want to create success must be something that has to do with your calling. Along with mission, you need a tool. So the first thing you need is a mission, okay? And what is this tool? And that's what we're going to look at today. You need a tool. And what is that tool? The tool is momentum. I say that again. The tool is momentum. The tool is simple, but it's a difference between success and failure. It is simple. Momentum is simple, but it remains the difference between success and failure. If you have momentum, it will sustain your success. Okay? Momentum will do what? Will sustain your success. It will give you the staying power in the face of fear, in the face of challenges, in the face of obstacles. It will give you, okay, the staying power. It gives you the ability. Momentum is very, very important. So what is momentum? That's what we're going to look at tonight. What is momentum? It is that, that gets you out when you are stuck. Momentum is the thing that gets you out when you are stuck. When you are unable to execute, momentum will get you standing. According to my mentor, my leadership mentor, John C. Maxwell, he says, if you've got all the passion, you have all the tools, you have all the people you need to fulfill a great vision, yet you cannot seem to be, making things happen. You don't seem to be getting results. You don't seem to be going in the right direction. Then, he said, you are stuck. But if you get momentum, I'm going to come, you don't understand it now. But if you get momentum, okay, even in the midst of challenges, we're going to take action. We're going to get more clear about it. Just follow me, all right? So what's the signs that you don't have momentum? The sign that you don't have momentum is that even the simplest tasks seem impossible. When you get to a stage where you lack momentum, the simplest of all tasks looks, highly impossible. Some problem looks insurmountable, okay? So some small problem becomes insurmountable. It looks like an insurmountable obstacle, even though it's small. That is an evidence of lack of momentum. Morale becomes low and the future look dark. So when you don't see a way forward, the future look dark, your morale is low, you are not able to take action. Just understand that what is happening is that you lack momentum. Okay? So I take it again. What are the signs that you lack momentum? First, the simple tasks become impossible. Small problem look like insurmountable obstacle, and morale become low, and your future look dark. So you don't have a clarity about what is happening in the future. So the future look dark, it looks hopeless. Okay? And this is very dangerous because the moment your morale is affected, you stop taking action. And the moment you stop taking action, okay, you stop getting results. All right? Momentum is most powerful change agent that I ever seen. Okay? And we're going to look at how do you build momentum. Momentum begins inside of you. So how do we start it inside of you? Momentum is not anything outside of you. It's everything inside of you. It begins from inside of you. It starts with a vision. It starts with passion. It starts with enthusiasm. It's the fire in you that ignites others. So, it starts from inside of you. Okay? All right? Start from inside of you. All right? It starts with energy. All right? Momentum is very, very important. If you can't get things going, you will not succeed. If you can't get things going in the midst of obstacle, in the midst of challenge, okay, when things seems to be going, if you can't continue to take consistent action, the chances are like you will never succeed. Okay? So what do you do in such circumstances? When it doesn't look like anything is possible. It doesn't look like anything is working. What do? You need momentum, the power of momentum in such circumstances. Now I want, this to make a lot of impact to you, because I want to show you something right now. I want this to make a lot of impact to you. So this is what I want you to do in your life, in your business. So listen to this and listen very carefully. I'm glad that you show up. 80% of success is showing up. So the fact that you are listening to me now is that you're on the path of success. You learn faster and remember more when you participate. So we want to do something now. Unfortunately, we are not using slides. So, I want to show you something now. So if you have a pen or paper, or you can take it, with your phone, you can take picture of it with your phone. What I'm about to show you now, the tool I'm about to give to you now, will transform your life, okay, forever. Okay, so you learn faster and remember more by participation. Why? Research shows that you learn faster and remember more when you participate. So I want you to participate, okay? What I hear, I tend to forget. What I see, I tend to remember. But what I do, I tend to understand. I take that again. What I hear, I tend to forget. What I see, I tend to remember. And what, I do, I tend to understand. Okay, so if you write down what I'm about to share with you right now, or you type it, you participate, what you do, you drive the knowledge down deeper into your subconscious. Okay, so research has shown that if you listen passively, as you're listening to me right now, by just watching, research shows that 30 days from today, you only remember 10% of what we have said here tonight. If you just listen, okay, you don't write down, you don't participate, you will only remember how many percent, just 10% of what we said here tonight. But if you listen and take notes, even if you don't go back to your notes, okay, you will usually remember 50 to 55% of what you have learned later. 1 month later, you will remember 50 to 55%. So it's always important to write. Okay? So, however, if you listen, you take notes, and you are active, you will get to remember 80% of what you, to 90% of what you are learning here in the next 1 month. Okay? So I want to show you something. I hope that you'll be able to see it. So remember, we are talking about execution here. If I can't get you to execute, then I have only informed you. Okay? And our time together is wasted. I take that again. If I can't get you to execute, then I've only informed you, and our time here is wasted. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I want this to be a value to you, because I know that this transforms my life, and I know that it's going to transform your life. The goal is to influence you, get you to take action, whether you feel like or not. Okay? The goal is to get you to take action, whether you feel like taking action or not. Only mastery leads to result, not information overload. Take it again. Only when you master, you might have an intellectual understanding of what we are teaching here, but it's not going to profit you until you master it. And you master by participating, by doing something. So I want to show you something very briefly. So you are a leader, that's why you are here. That is why you are here. Leaders are people that influence people. They influence people's thoughts. They influence their emotion. They influence their feeling. They influence the action of other human beings. Okay? So for you to be able to influence the action of others, you must live by example. Very important. So if you are going to be a true leader, you're going to have no limit on your life, and that, and the life of those you influence. To do that, mastery is important, not information, not intellectual understanding. Okay? So we want to create the concept of momentum. How do you create the concept of momentum? I want to share with us. That's the core of today's teaching. How do we create the concept of momentum? How do we continue to use it to execute when we don't feel like? Okay, note, skill is invaluable. Knowledge is not power. Only execution that is the ultimate power. Listen to me. What I know is not power, but what I do with what I know is the power. Execution is the ultimate power. So how do I keep executing when I have challenges? How do I keep executing when I don't feel like? How do I keep executing with certainty that I'm going to get results? Okay? Mission, we do it, but we need a tool. So the first thing we have said you need a mission. You need a why, okay, that will make you wake up in the morning, okay, and go out. Why do you need to do it? Maybe you don't want your family in poverty. Maybe you want to give your children the best of education. Okay, maybe you don't even like the lifestyle you are living right now, and you know that, there's something better for you. Whatever the why is, the mission must be, must be something that, connect with your core, okay? But aside of the mission, you need a tool of momentum, and that's what we're going to look at today. I don't know whether you can see this clearly. if you can see this clearly, okay, I want you, to make a note of it. If you can see this clearly, I want you to make a note of it. So you have potential on one side, okay? You have action on the other side. Can you see that? If you can see that, okay, I want you to make a note of this. This will change your life. I want to explain this. So if you have a means of taking a note of this, please take note of it. This changed my life. It looks simple, but that's the difference between failure and success. So, if you can take this, maybe, okay, if you come and look at the replay, you can see it. But this is what I want to teach tonight. This is the core of what I want to teach tonight. This will change your life. So if you can, please draw it down. If you can draw this down, please draw it down. This is what I'm going to teach tonight. Okay, so you have potential, you have action, then you have certainty, you have results. You have potential, you have action, you have certainty, and you have result. Okay, so let's look at potential. Okay, first, on the right top, you have potential. The potential of any man is truly extraordinary. Everybody have an extraordinary potential. Are you still with me there? Everybody has, in fact, an unlimited potential. Okay, so the question is, do most people's results reflect their potential? The answer is no. Does my result reflect my potential? Most times the answer is no. Does your result reflect your potential? The answer is no. Why? Okay, most times fear takes over and we all lose momentum and then we get stuck. Okay, most times when we are trying to achieve some things, okay, despite the fact that we have the potential, what happens? Fear takes over and we lose momentum and we get stuck eventually. Okay, so if you ask why some people don't get the result despite their potential, the answer often is that they don't take enough action. So you have potential, action. So if you express your potential in action, you get results. Most times, okay, you express your potential in action, what happens? You get results. But there are some times that, okay, you take massive action, okay, but it doesn't lead to results. What had happened in that case? You take a lot of action, okay, but you don't get results. Something happened. How come you take so much action and you don't get results? The missing point is this, is certainty. Okay? The missing point is what? Is certainty. So you have potential, you have action, you have result, you have certainty. When you take massive action and you don't get the result, okay, what had happened is that, okay, you lack certainty. That's what had happened. So massive action is required for result, but there are times when you take massive action, people will take massive action, but they don't get commensurate results. Why? You take massive action, but they don't get commensurate results. Why? Because of certainty and belief. Listen to this. The true secret of creating momentum is certainty, is belief. Okay? Lack of certainty is the reason that people don't get results in spite of action. If you are not sure that your action is going to bring about the result you desire, you're not going to get the result. It doesn't matter how much you try. Okay? You are not sure it is going to work. It is not going to work. If you have fear, it may not work. You can tell me you lack certainty and it's not going to work. Okay? So if you are unsure and not certain and doubtful, you are not going to go in and tap into your true potential. So it's going to be a vicious cycle. So what happened? Okay? You have potential, you express your potential in action, and you check your results. And your result, does not match. Okay? Right. Why? Because you don't believe. And what happened? That creates a lot of disbelief also. And you are not able to take, another action. And you check result. So it continues in a cycle. You take action, you don't get result. And you look at the result, you are discouraged. That is going to work. Okay? So you are not able to express, you express the disbelief in less action. And before you know, you go into a cycle of failure. So you go from failure to failure. Why? The more you attempt and you don't get the result, the more your belief, drops, the more your certainty drops, the more your courage drops, the more your drive drops, the less action you take, and you go into that circle, okay, and you continue in that. Okay, are we there? Okay, so if you take action and you believe that the action is about to, to bring about the result, and you get the result, You have more confidence to take more action, okay? And you go in that circle and you begin to get result, okay? And that's why the happy get happier. So the key is certainty, okay? So if you take massive action and in the back of your mind, you think it's not going to work, it will not work. Why? Why is it so? Your action is not congruent, okay, with your belief. So therefore, what are you going to have? You will find out that that action will not lead to result. Why? It doesn't agree with your belief. Anytime your thoughts disagree with your action, what happens? You are not going to get the result you desire. Okay? And this is very important. Massive action with uncertainty will not do it. Massive action with uncertainty will not do it. Why? Your thought is incongruent with your action. Anytime your thought is incongruent with your action, you will not get the desired result. This is very key, okay? So trying means I am uncertain. So when people say, how are you doing? How is it coming? Say, I'm trying. You are trying means that you're uncertain. And the moment that you're uncertain, you're not going to get the result you require. Okay? Okay? So you say, I'm trying it. It's going to take a little action. You try a few times. It doesn't work and you give up. Anytime you say you are trying, you are not going to get the result you require. If you have to take a decision that will change your life, you have to create the certainty right now. So we're going to look at how do I create certainty? How do I, create certainty as I take action so that I can get the result? I give you an example. One of my coaches told me, I think it was Tia Becker. He says, if you are in business and the product or service you offer, you don't have 90% conviction and certainty. You don't have 90% belief. You say, as a matter of fact, if you score your belief, how much you believe in the product or the service, how much you believe that it's going to work, how much you believe that it's going to make you rich, how much you believe that it's going to make you successful, okay? How much of certainty you have in the product. You say, if it is less than 70, if your score of your certainty is less than 70, forget about the product. Or you can just go back and review the benefit of the product or the service so that your confidence level in the product can go to around 70, around 90. If it is less than 70, you don't have a business. Why? You won't have the courage, to market it and share it with other people. So certainty is very, very important. So result. Some of us give excuses. We say something like, I'm just starting this endeavor, so I don't have result. So we let lack of result to affect our confidence and also affect our action and belief. So what happened? You go into a circle. You try something, you don't get results, and that in lack of results affects your confidence. You are not able to try again, and before you know, your confidence keeps going out. Before you know, you are stuck and you will give up. That's a negative circle, okay? But you can turn that around. If you have something to create, note this. If you have to do something to create result, to get confidence, if you need result to get confidence, you limit what you can do. I take that again. If you need result to get confidence, you limit what you can do and what you can achieve. Okay? I don't know how many people have heard about the bamboo tree. It says 5 years after you plant it, when other trees would have grown, okay, you need to keep watering it every day for 5 years before it sprouts out. You need to keep watering the bamboo tree. So if, your confidence in taking action is only to see results, if you're a bamboo tree farmer, you will kill the bamboo tree before 5 years. Why? In the first 5 years, you're not going to get results. Okay? And that's the way everything we create works. It first grows internally, okay, before it grows externally. You first grow inward before you grow outward. So if you depend on results, that you must see results first, okay, before you are able to take action, before you get confidence, okay, then you're not going to create the kind of results you want. I don't know whether you are with me. It looks a bit technical, but that's how the mind works. If you want to see results before you have the confidence to take action, you find out that you're going to limit what you can do and what you can achieve in life. So how do I overcome lack of confidence that occur as a result of lack of results? How do I overcome, the lack of confidence that comes as a result of lack of result? The first thing you need to do, is to create massive private practice. So which means that in your closet, you try it as many times as possible. Okay? Why? Because what we are teaching here is mastery. You try it as many times, okay? It takes private, massive practice. You keep practicing in your closet before you come out in the world. So the practice might mean, for example, this evening I wanted to do a video, okay, a 5 minutes video. I did it the first time, it didn't work. I didn't like it. The second time, I didn't like it. The fourth time, I didn't like it. The fifth time, I didn't like it. I was almost getting discouraged, okay? But I remember what I was going to teach this evening. I said, massive practice, okay? After a while, I got it and it became easy and I got a video that I can share, okay? So it takes massive private practice. I read the story of Michael Jordan. It says every day he does 1,500 shots a day. He wakes up, gets up 5 a.m. to do 1,500 shots. He practices 6 days a week. So 1,500 shots, 6 days a week in the closet, even before it comes out, okay? So for every one of us, there's a time of incubation where, we are doing massive practice. And at this time, what happened? We are growing inward. The result is not showing outward yet, but we're growing inward. So it's important, that we practice massively, okay, before we show up. Don't let the result, because go and read about the Chinese bamboo tree. They say you plant it, you water it daily, for 5 years before you see something sprout. If you don't have understanding, if you don't create result, if you don't have certainty that it was going to come out, after 2, 3, 4 years, okay, you will give up. But it says when you continue, when the thing comes out, okay, in 5 months, it will outgrow all the trees that have grown 5 years before it. So it's very important. So what do you do when your result is negative and begin to affect your momentum? Okay, how do you create certainty when this begins to affect your momentum? You do that by getting result ahead in your mind. I said that again. You get result ahead in your mind. How do you get result ahead in your mind? Listen to me. Your mind does not know the difference between something you passionately and emotionally imagine and something you experience practically. Our mind does not know the things, that we passionately and emotionally imagine, okay, and the things that we experience practically. So what's the difference? So how do you get result? So emotionally, okay, and passionately, okay, get result ahead in your mind before you even, take the action. For example, okay, I don't know how many people are going to get here today, look at this video. But in my mind, I believe that this video is going to reach over 1,000 people, okay, through the replay. So whether I have people here watching or not, I will do this video because I believe in my mind that it's going to have impact, as people watch the replay. So you need to have, believe the result in advance in your mind. That will help you take action. And as you begin to get result ahead in your mind, okay, it will take action whether you see physical result or not. Because your mind will drive you believing that the result is there because you are getting the result passionately and emotionally by imagination. You imagine the result. The psychologists call it auto-suggestion. You suggest to your mind that you already have results even before you take the action. Okay? Some people call it meditation. Some people call it visualization. You say you visualize the result. Whatever you call it, whatever you do, whether it's self-confession, whether it's auto-suggestion, make sure that you imagine passionately, okay, and emotionally the result ahead, even before. And this is going to take practice. It's going to take repetition. As you do that, your mind believes that you already have the result. And your mind, drive you to take the action because it believes that the result will come. Okay? So this is something you have to exercise. So the exercise of imagining result in our mind, to register it in our mind, is going to require repetition. It's going to require us doing it over and over and over again until it becomes part of us. You have to master getting result ahead for you to be able to execute in the face of challenge. Okay? So if you believe, even before you act, that you're going to get results, no obstacle is going to, it's only when you don't believe that you're going to get results that obstacle is going to discourage you. But when you believe that you are going to get result, that this thing is going to create the result that you require, it doesn't matter what you face, you will be able to overcome it. So you need to learn to create results, create certainty about. So this is why the rich get richer. This is why the reason why the poor get poorer. The poor are not able to imagine their success ahead. But the rich, even before taking the action, okay, they imagine the success ahead. This is the reason the happy people get happier and unhappy people get even more unhappier. So how do we change and break the negative circle? Okay? By getting results in advance in our mind, by enough repetition until we are certain. So you keep repeating that this is going to work, this is going to work. You imagine the results. You imagine, until in your mind you are certain. So when you take action based on certainty, the result is certain. Okay? For the Christian circle, Jesus Christ says, all things are possible for them that believe. All things are possible for them that has faith. So that's what we are saying. You must create the result ahead in your mind even before you take action. Note, you need to know this. Intellectual understanding, you might understand this principle intellectually. It doesn't equal mastery. I take that again. You may understand this intellectually, but it doesn't equal mastery. Mastery means that habit of getting result ahead in your mind before you act is now a part of you. Mastery means the habit of getting results ahead in your mind is now what? Part of you. Whatever you are going to do is going to require repetition so that it is registered and become part of you. It requires repetition. Okay, I give you an example. Okay, I think I read it in Napoleon Hill's book. It says a guy was new in sale and he wanted to overcome the fear of rejection. Okay, and what did this guy do? He listed the name of 15 companies that are most unlikely to buy from him. 15 companies, okay, big companies that he won't even have the courage to go and meet and are most unlikely to buy from him. So every day he will go to the park and he will repeat 100 times, naming the name of the company and the CEOs, and say for example, he says, the CEO of Apple must buy this product from me. Okay, the CEO of this company must buy this product from me. He will call each of the CEO and the company 100 times every morning. Why? He's trying to create certainty in his mind. He did that for a very long time until he got the courage to face the people. And you know what? The result was that the 15 people had a permanent account with him. The 15 companies, he sold to the 15 company. Why? He understands this principle that if you do true repetition, you can create certainty in your mind that will ensure that everything you do, you are certain you are going to get the result. Okay? Yeah, I'm not saying I'm there, okay, but this is one of the things I practice. For example, I have the habit of recording the things I worked and playing to myself on a regular basis until my mind believes it. Okay, I tell you something. When I started, this part of my career of trying to, impact people, and share knowledge and all that. I mean, the first time I had fear of rejection, what are people say I don't do it well? What are people say, it's not good enough? Okay, all right? But I had to imagine the success I had in my mind even before I show up. Okay, at least I showed up. So I imagined the success and I faced the fear of rejection, and today I can face you and share the little value I have with you. So it's very, very important. Don't dabble, but master this. So what does the rich have in common as far as this is concerned? They have momentum, they have certainty. They have in common among the successful people, they have the hunger, they have the drive to continue to do something until it becomes part of them. Okay? So the rich, the successful, they practice this until this become, check, a successful man, an unsuccessful man. Let me ask you, why will Dangote invest billions of naira in a refinery if he's not certain that it was going to work? Just imagine it. Why we Dangote invest millions of naira building refineries for how many years now? If he's not setting from day one. So he's not trying. He knew it was going to work. He has imagined the success in his, that's why we Bible says, write the vision down, make it plain so that you can run with it. Okay. So you have a picture of where you're going to, you're setting that you are going to get there. You have everything it takes to get there. That's what it takes. Okay. The rich are willing not just to dabble, but to master whatever they have to do. So you need to get to a point where you master how to create results ahead in your mind, even before you take action. Hunger means that you never settle for less. For less you can be, for less you can do, for less you can have, for less you can share, for less you can create, for less you can give in life. Never settle for less. Okay? 2, the second step to massive action. Even if you don't know what to do, do something. Okay? If you try, it doesn't work, try something else. Just continue to try. You can speed this massive action by effective execution, by modeling. Effective execution by modeling. Find somebody that, it took 10 to 15 years to figure it out and model the person. Somebody that it took 10 to 15 years, model the person. Okay? 3, there's a place of grace. So 3 key to masteries as I close tonight. The first one is what? Massive execution. Very important. Okay? Massive execution. All right? Yeah, but for you to execute with certainty, you need to figure out the result ahead in your mind. Emotionally and passionately figure that, it works ahead before you execute. And as you do that, once you get certainty, you find out that even in the midst of obstacle, you'll begin to get result. Thank you for listening. Next week is another time. I hope you do get value. God bless you.